Okay, so today we're going to cut through all the noise of the financial world. You know, the scary headlines, the confusing jargon, all that anxiety. We're pushing it all aside to find a really simple, powerful strategy for building wealth. It's time to find a clear path forward.
So, first things first, we've got to understand the world we're trying to navigate, right? Because it's a place that often speaks this language of panic and complexity. And honestly, it feels like it's designed to make you feel like you're already behind.
I mean, picture this. You hear something like this on the news and your stomach just drops. It's a statement that's just dripping with urgency and fear, and it makes you feel, well, powerless. Like your entire financial future is in the hands of some crazy, unpredictable force you can't control.
And then, of course, they start throwing around terms like this. NASDAQ. Look, all it really is, when you boil it down, is a huge marketplace for buying and selling pieces of companies. It's a really important part of the financial engine, and its performance, well, that's often treated like a report card for the entire economy.
And you've probably heard the market described using these two animals, right? A bull market, that's when things are aggressive, charging forward, prices are going up. Then you have a bear market, which is the total opposite. It's slow, sluggish, kind of like it's going into hibernation. It's really just a simple metaphor to describe the overall mood of the financial world.
So when the news talks about losing money, what they're really talking about is your portfolio. And that's just a fancy word for all your financial stuff lumped together, your stocks, bonds, whatever. It's your whole collection of investments, and that's what feels like it's on the line when you hear those scary headlines.
So, all of this brings us to the big question, doesn't it? When you're faced with all this complexity and fear, is there really a clear path forward? Is it even possible to find a strategy that doesn't require you to be some kind of Wall Street genius? Well, I'm here to tell you the answer is a resounding yes.
And to find that answer, let's step away from the chaotic world of news reports for a minute and turn to a simple story. Because, sometimes the best wisdom isn't found in spreadsheets and data, but in real human experience. So let's meet Sam. Maybe his story sounds a little familiar to you. He's 27, he does everything you're supposed to do, he works hard, he earns a decent living, but he just feels stuck. It's like he's on a financial treadmill, and no matter how hard he runs, he's not actually getting anywhere.
But then one day, Sam meets this wise, wealthy man, Mr. Hayes, who says this to him. In this one sentence, it changes everything. It completely reframes the idea of wealth. It's not some exclusive club for the lucky few, it's a goal that's achievable for anyone who follows the right principles.
So, Mr. Hayes lays out 5 principles. Let's start with the first 3, because these are the absolute foundation of his entire strategy. Seriously, without these, nothing else is even possible.
All right, principle number 1. Mr. Hayes starts with the single most important rule of them all. It's not fancy, it's not flashy, but it is the absolute bedrock, the foundation on which all wealth is built. Get this wrong, and none of the other steps even matter.
And here it is. Spend less than you earn. The whole point is you have to create a gap between what's coming in and what's going out. I know, it sounds almost too simple, right? But it's the one rule that most people break. It honestly doesn't matter if you make $3,000 a month or a 6-figure salary. If you spend everything you make, you will never build wealth. This is the master key.
Okay, so once you're consistently creating that surplus, you've built your foundation. Now, step 2 is all about protecting that foundation from life.
Because, let's face it, life is unpredictable. The car breaks down, the roof starts leaking, maybe a job is lost. Without an emergency fund, these little disasters can become catastrophes. They force you into debt, or even worse, they force you to sell your investments at the absolute worst time. Think of it this way. An emergency fund isn't an investment, it's insurance. It's the financial safety net that keeps your whole plan from crashing down.
All right, so you're spending less than you earn. You've got your safety net in place. Now you're ready for principle number 3. And this is where we finally start talking about investing, but maybe not in the way you think.
Because the best investment you can make right now is in yourself. This is such a powerful truth. Before you even think about investing in stocks or businesses you don't understand, you have to invest in the one asset you have complete control over: you, your skills, your knowledge, your expertise. The goal here is to master your craft, whatever that may be.
Okay, let's get into the final 2 rules. This is where we see how that solid foundation we just built turns into a real wealth-generating engine. This is where things really start to pick up speed.
Now, the 4th rule flows perfectly from the 3rd one. Once you've spent time becoming an expert, investing in your own skills, it's time to leverage that expertise to completely change how you earn money. See,
When you become a true expert in your field, you break that old link between hours and income. You're not just trading your time for money anymore. Instead, you get paid for the value you create. And that could mean anything from starting your own business to just becoming so ridiculously valuable at your job that your earning potential goes through the roof.
And that brings us to the final principle. This is the big one. This is the step that takes you from just having a good income to achieving real, true financial freedom.
With all that extra money you're now generating, you can start to buy assets that produce income all by themselves. That's what passive income is. It could be a rental property, a piece of a business, or other kinds of investments. The bottom line is, your money starts making money. It's working for you 24/7, whether you are or not. That's the dream, right?
Okay, let's pull back for a second and look at the whole picture here. What we have aren't just 5 random rules. This is a step-by-step, powerful strategy for completely transforming your financial life right from the ground up.
So here it is, the whole path laid out for you. Number 1, you create a surplus. Number 2, you protect it with a safety net. 3, you invest in yourself to grow your single greatest asset. 4, you leverage those new skills to make way more money. And finally, number 5, you use that extra income to build systems that generate wealth for you. See how that works? Each step just flows right into the next.
So, the path from financial chaos to total clarity, it's right here. It's not about trying to predict the stock market or finding some secret get-rich-quick trick. It's about following a disciplined, proven strategy. The plan is right here in front of you. So the only real question left is, what's your first step?